Okay, so you ready for this? We are diving deep, deep into, well, lyrics this time.
Lyrics.
Yeah, but not just any lyrics. These are from a song called Midnight Sun.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Midnight Sun, huh? What kind of vibe are we talking?
It's like, imagine a Scandinavian thriller, but, set to music. Lots of mystery and suspense.
Ooh, I like where this is going.
Yeah, so picture this. Rural Sweden, midsummer, the sun basically never sets.
Ah, the midnight sun. Yeah, I've heard of that. It's a pretty wild phenomenon, right? Like the days are crazy long and the sun just kind of grazes the horizon.
Exactly. Doesn't that sound wild? You're just constantly bathed in this sort of never-ending twilight.
Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful and all, but I can imagine it being pretty disorienting too. Like, how do you even sleep when it's always light out?
Right. And speaking of disorienting, the lyrics of this song really capture that feeling. The opening lines are, a world laid bare, an unspoken bond.
Hmm, a world laid bare. That's a powerful image. Makes you think about how darkness kind of like allows for secrets, for things to be hidden. But with the midnight sun, everything's exposed.
Yeah, it's like this constant vulnerability, this heightened awareness. And I don't know, it kind of makes me think about how we as humans rely on darkness,
Hmm.
to reset, to recharge. What happens when that's taken away?
Well, the song definitely explores that idea. And not just on a like personal level, but also in terms of the community that it depicts.
Okay, so let's talk about that community. We get these glimpses of a small village, people dressed in white, dancing and singing, celebrating midsummer. Sounds idyllic, right?
It does on the surface,
Yeah,
but then you get these lines like shadows beneath the pine, and suddenly things feel a lot more ominous.
exactly. Like something's lurking beneath the surface of this seemingly happy celebration.
Right, and to understand what that something might be, we need to look at the historical and cultural context of midsummer in Sweden. It's not just a fun summer festival.
This,
No, it's actually deeply rooted in pagan traditions, going way back, before Christianity. It was a time for celebrating the summer solstice, for honoring ancient gods, fertility rites, all that.
oh, wow. So it's got this whole other layer of meaning, this connection to the ancient past.
Exactly. And the lyrics of the song tap into that. For instance, there's a line about the fire consumes, the ashes rise, I am reborn.
Yeah, I was wondering about that line. It's pretty intense imagery.
Right. But when you consider the context of midsummer with its bonfires and rituals of purification, it starts to make more sense. Fire represents not just light, but also transformation, sacrifice, rebirth.
Whoa. Okay, so we've got this sense of constant daylight, ancient rituals, and a lurking sense of unease. What about this narrator of the song? Where do they fit into all of this?
Well, the narrator arrives at this village feeling broken and lost, but through participating in these midsummer traditions, they start to find a sense of belonging.
But it doesn't sound like a simple happy ending. I mean, the final lines are bound forever, nowhere to run in the light of the midnight sun. That's heavy.
It is. And it raises the question, is this belonging a form of entrapment? Like, have they found a place, but at the cost of their freedom?
Right. And then there's that line about being both queen and pawn. What's
Mhm.
that all about?
I think it speaks to the duality of the situation. They've found power, maybe even leadership within this community, but at the same time, they're also subject to forces beyond their control.
Yeah. It really makes you think about the allure of belonging, the desire to find your place, even if that place is a little bit strange, or maybe a lot strange.
Definitely. And the setting with the midnight sun and the ancient rituals just amplifies that strangeness. It makes you question what's real, what's imagined.
Totally. It's like this whole idea of light and darkness, right? We need both.
Yeah.
But in this song, the balance is completely off. And that makes it both fascinating and terrifying.
Exactly. I mean, imagine being drawn to a place where the sun never sets, where the past and present are constantly intertwined. Would you embrace it, or would it eventually drive you mad?
That's a question worth pondering. And if any of this has piqued your interest, I highly recommend digging into some midsummer lore or just Scandinavian folklore in general. It's
Yeah.
a fascinating rabbit hole to go down.
I second that. There's so much to uncover there.
So until next time, happy diving.
Keep exploring.